Hello, everyone. Welcome to PHTV Channel 4 in Palos Heights. I'm Sue Jankowski, and we are around Palos at the grand opening of Palmer Park. Now, the Palos Heights Park and Recreation Center applied for and received a grant from the Open Space Land Acquisition Development. That's a state grant program. The department received a grant of nearly $340,000 for the redevelopment of Palmer Park. Palmer Park is at 123rd and 73rd Court, which is just west of Harlem and really close, about 2 blocks from the fire station. Due to delays of COVID-19, the actual work did not start till June of 2020, but here we are today with the grand opening, and actually we've been here on and off over the last week or two, and the park is being utilized by the entire neighborhood plus more. It's going to be a real asset to everyone in the Heights, really. Now, this development project is ADA compliant. It has an inclusive playground and playground surface. New basketball courts, it has pickleball courts, it has a pollinator garden. There's a bocce ball court and a paved loop trail, which is 0.2 miles around the loop and 8 feet wide. So there's plenty of space for bikes and kids and walkers and runners and people with their dogs, which we have seen all here in the past week. There is a practice soccer field, a practice ball field, and it also includes a previously completed tennis and pickleball courts that was done earlier on. Now, the playground equipment that was here was utilized. It was given to kids around the world and is being used in Kenya, Africa. I think that's really great that we can recycle these things and someone else can get the benefit from them. So right now we're going to listen to our mayor and alderman talk about this wonderful redevelopment of Palmer Park.
Thank you all very much for coming out today. It looks like we are probably going to be able to avoid rain, although it's not as sunny as I would have liked it to have been. But if I've learned anything over the last 12 months, it's to make the best of what you have and then just to move forward. So with that, my name is Matt Fairbanks. I am the director of the Parks and Recreation Department for the city. The Palmer Park redevelopment project has been a few years in the making. I'm very excited for everyone to be here today for the ribbon cutting. I'm also very appreciative for all those who have contributed to getting us to the culmination today. I'd like to thank Mayor Straz, all the aldermen, especially the Recreation Committee, our Recreation Advisory Board, our city administrator, all the city staff involved, the previous Parks and Recreation Director, the folks at Upland Design and Integral Construction, and I'd especially like to thank the members of the community that attended the community planning meetings and provided important feedback to what you get to see today. I'd now like to introduce the chair of the Recreation Committee, Alderman Jeff Key, to say a few words about the project.
Thank you. You know, I've been an alderman for 10 years, and every once in a while, it happens quite a lot actually, people ask me if I like being an alderman and stuff, and I always tell them I love it, you know. And I think the reason they ask that is because every time you turn on the TV and you talk about governing, there's a lot of negativity, a lot of negative stuff that's being said. People get on social media platforms and they blame people and they start pointing fingers and they talk about all the stuff in government that they don't like. But I tell people, I said, you know, no one cares who's conservative and who's liberal and all that stuff. We're just honestly trying to make life better for the people of Palos Heights. And this is an example of that. This is what government does right. And it just hasn't, you know, popped up this past year that we decided to redo this park. Actually, before I was even an alderman, over 10 years ago, led by the city, by our mayor and our administration, Dan Nisovic, who's our city administrator, they had a comprehensive plan in place. And part of that comprehensive plan was to look at all the different parks and lay a program to have each of our parks redesigned and redeveloped. And so it goes back a long time. And so a lot of people have contributed to this event today. And so the Park and Recreation Committee If you're on the Parks and Recreation Committee, could you just raise your hand maybe? And the advisory board, anyone that's part of the advisory board? Yeah. So the Parks and Recreation Committee has been guiding the process. The city administration, Mayor Strauss, City Administrator Dan Nisovic, City Council, all played a part in the city's comprehensive plan that targeted the parks for renovation. Capital expenditures certainly would have had to have been planned years in advance. We don't just come up with something and then start saving money. It's way in advance. Our recreational staff, led by Matt Fairbanks and Mike Leonard before him, used the department's own strategic plan to lay out this project. They had to apply for an OSLAD grant, which has to be done well in advance because these projects need to be shovel ready. Consultants, design group, construction hired. We held 2 public engagement meetings soliciting input from the community members regarding play equipment and the amenities that they would like to see considered in this project. ADA accessibility was included, so for the first time our parks have this nice cushiony thing that we don't have to worry about falling, and it's accessible to wheelchairs and those with disabilities. And our park standards, which long ago was developed by our recreational advisory committee, ensured that the park meets criteria and community standards and expectations, and at the same time, beautiful. And I can't tell you what a privilege it is for me to be able to work with each of the people that had something to do with this project. Thank you so much to our for the dedication to our community, all the people involved. Thank you for the volunteers that on a monthly basis work on your behalf. This is another example of a few people doing a lot of work and a lot of people benefiting from it. Our whole recreation staff, Parks and Recreation staff, I wouldn't trade you guys for anyone. I mean, it's just you do a beautiful job in programming and facilities, and let's give them some applause. So I just want to, I know anyone involved in this would say thank you, but thank you to everyone here and everyone that had anything to do with this project. And now I'd like to introduce our mayor, Bob Strauss.
This is all about you. I mean, we did this for the people of Palos Heights. This is just one step, and not the last step, in a long-going process to make Palos Heights have some of the best recreational programs and facilities that are available in the southwest suburbs. I mean, over the years, we've remodeled and recast Crawford Park. We put in Passanelli Park. We've done Myers Park behind the rec center. Not to mention the rec center itself. You know, a number of years ago, our rec center was an old school gym. You know, now we've got one of the finest rec centers in the whole southwest suburbs. And people tell me that all the time, residents. Another thing is, this is not just for small kids, but it is for small kids. It's not for the teens, but it is for the teens. And it's not just for seniors. It's for everybody. You look at this park. We've got a pickleball court over here, basketball over here, soccer, walking trails, hot lot here for kids. This is for everybody. So again, it's for you. And so much for Rain not coming. So, but again, it's all for you. We did it for you, and we're all going to be here for you as long as we can do it. And we've got some things on the drawing boards. Hopefully by next year we'll have another park in Palos Heights. And we haven't stopped then yet. We're always looking for sites, and different ideas, different programs to make Palos Heights recreation programs the best in the southwest suburbs. So thank you.
Everybody here? 1, 2, 3.